once they see it, they always want it.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Matterport. Today we're joined by Venessa with iTourVista3D. Vanessa's located in Florida. We're really excited to have her on the show to talk about her experience with virtual tours in that area of the country. And so thanks so much, Venessa, for taking the time to join and be with us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Christian. Thank you so much.
No problem at all. If you want to go ahead and just to kick off, Venessa, if you wouldn't mind just introducing yourself and iTourVista3D and maybe talk a little bit about your company and how you got started.
So iTourVista started in 2017 by my brother, and it started in Miami. Then I wasn't living here in United States yet. Came back in 2018, got my real estate license, and I always thought that his camera was really cool because I thought I was going to be selling houses. Instead, I went into timeshare. It's still when the pandemic hit, and everybody was inside the house and everything, that business kicked in, especially for my brother, and he told me it was a good idea if I would get one. Knowing a lot of people also in the business, I didn't think about it twice. So I spoke to my sister. We're a big family. And we bought the camera. So we got busy. While everybody was staying at home, I was doing houses. We made a lot of phone calls. We did a lot of cold calls, especially to real estate agencies and telling them about it. They were familiar, but not that familiar. So it's something that you have to educate a lot of people. So I didn't know much about it either. By being in sales, I found out a way to sell this product, the Matterport, and how to make it a necessity and give it value to other customers. So we came from being in sales B2C and learning how to become and sell this product B2B, and offer it to different businesses. Then, so my brother's still doing it in Miami. They have the Pro 2 and Pro 3. I only work right now with the Pro 2. So my business, mostly, if we're going to talk about a niche and something that I really, really love, is the restaurants. So now I offer this a lot to business in the hospitality business, actually. They really love seeing their own space, their own restaurants in the palm of their hand. And it's been working great, just have to educate a lot of people. It's still brand new for a lot, but they really love when they see the final results.
How do you go about trying to contact restaurant owners and get them interested in creating a 3D virtual tour?
The restaurant business is mostly going in person, okay? Showing them what I've done for other business. I try to help them and telling them I want to do pictures, and then I educate them about the benefits of uploading the 3D to Google Maps, using it in their websites, and I even dare to take the 3D, and until they see it, most of them don't even purchase. So, but once they have it and they see their own space, they really like it. At that point, I just tell them, listen, if you don't like it, that's okay. I'll deactivate. Nothing happened. I won't upload anything. Nothing is going to be made public. That takeaway makes them think about it. Now they've seen their place. They see how it looks. I always make the sale. So it doesn't work for everybody, but so far it's worked for me. So, that is my sales technique, If that's when I offer. That's when I offer it to the client. Now when the client is calling me and needing my services. But I noticed that in the restaurant business, in Orlando especially, since we are a big tourist mecca for the world, okay, because there's only one Disney World in the world, We get a lot of people here. A lot of people are not from town. So I always tell the businesses, they're not going to find you on Facebook. They're not going to find you on Instagram. They're going to find you on Google. And most of them want to see what your place looks like more than the reviews. Reviews are important, but they want to see inside. And when we upload the 3D virtual tours, it really increases their appearance, and that's really helpful for them, you know. So that's another way that I bring value into the 3D virtual tours. And to also stand out, you know, not to fit in. There's a lot of businesses here. You need to stand out.
So, for a lot of these restaurants that you do tours for, do you upload the majority of them to Google Maps so that when somebody finds their restaurant on Google, there is the 3D virtual tour for them, and that's one of the main selling points?
Yeah, that's one of the benefits. I also create a story. And I also do a lot of things, Christian. Like I know how to build a website, something simple. I work mostly with mom and pops restaurants because they can make decisions, you know. Then a corporate, they always send me to marketing. I'm not there yet, you know. But if the owner is there and I get to talk to them, I start as a friendship. I build trust. I'm here to help, and I'm here to offer a tool, a great tool, an innovation, something that nobody basically has yet. But and they love it, and they feel like I've been helping them, and that's how I build the relationship with them. So
I love how
that's
you
one of the
said that
ways.
you are not afraid to go in there and just perform the tour and say, if you don't like it, I'll get rid of it. And then just banking on the fact that you know once you show them the final result and they have it on their phone in their hand that they'll want to purchase it. My question for you is, how do you go about pricing something like that, a tour that you sell to a restaurant? What's your standard model that you use to sell it to them?
Okay. What I do is, since I have limited spaces, no, I bought so many from Matterport, they're gonna be using a space. I charge them by an entire year, one particular price, and then the second year, if they haven't done anything different to the restaurant, and then it's a lot less. However, one of the ways that I'm doing also business is I started my a new page, and in this page is kind of like I'm turning it into a virtual magazine. Um, and what I'm doing right now is creating a listing of restaurants in Orlando, everything in one page. Okay. Um, as you can see, my magazine is called Immersed Magazine, and the keyhole represents to me like I can see inside the place, but you don't know I'm looking, and you don't know I'm walking around and I'm seeing it, you know, while I'm in my house sitting in my bed or in my sofa. I'm walking around your restaurant, and I can see where I can sit, where if I can bring a party there. And that's how people think about it, you know. What to expect, you know, from the ambience, all that stuff. So I tell them that I'm going to write an article about them, with 360 pictures and the 3D virtual tour that I offer for free. The 3D virtual tour is where I make the profit, you know, because once they see it, it's the puppy sell style. I give you the puppy, you get the puppy now, you get to love him a little bit, you know, and then I can take it away. I'm not giving it to you, I just want you to see it, you know. I take it away and I just say I disconnect, and it's fine, you know, whatever. 1 hour and a half it took me to do this, to take the 3D, huh? The editing is a different story, but I'm creating content. So I had never had anybody say no to my product at the end. And that's how it's been working. So iTourVista gets phone calls and gets people that are looking,
That's
mostly
incredible, actually.
businesses. Thank you. And then my magazine does mostly cold calling, and I just enter. into their lives, offering something nice about them. I'm going to do an article and show your space. And then as an additional tool, I give them that option. Once they see it, they always want it because it's different. It's your own. I mean, you want to show everybody when they tell you, what do you do? This is what I have. And you show them your restaurant, your retail store, your barber shop, your tattoo parlor. Anything can be a space, and you can show everybody.
So you're saying for restaurants, you essentially create the tour for them, show it to them before you actually make them buy, and then you charge them just a one-time annual fee. And then if they want to renew it and continue to host that tour in the second year, then it's cheaper, so long as they don't want you to rescan the space because it's changed drastically. But it's just like a one-time fee. You say, I'm going to charge you $2,000 for this virtual tour, or whatever the number is. I don't know how much or how you go about charging, but it's just a one-time fee, and that's it.
Yes, exactly. And the following year, I just call them up. Did you want to renew? Yes. Okay, let's go one more year. So that's how pretty much I offer the tour.
How successful have you been when you do call people to ask them if they want to renew the following year? What percentage of people would you say renew as to who say, no, like I don't want to renew this year?
Well, all of them, Christian. I tell you why. Because I would say probably 80% of them put it in their websites. So you know how it looks when you deactivate and then it says, oops, the link is no longer available. So I tell them, I'm like, once I deactivate, you're going to have that link in your webpage, and it's not going to look good. And so they always go for it. I also show them impressions, and they see how many people visit the website and how many people enter into the tour, So, and that's when they see it works, and a lot of people get to see it.
How often do you share impressions and tour views with the client?
I show them the impressions. I can also show them in Google Maps all the views, how many thousands of views did my pictures, whatever I uploaded, can be seen. Also, for people that are starting into the business, okay, another tip that I always give everybody, and it's up to everybody, especially for the new ones. This is not for the people that are already in the business for a while. But don't be afraid. This is a school, okay? And sometimes you got to do things for free, and that's okay because you want to build a portfolio, and that will open other doors. And you know how capable of what you can do, even as a learning experience. I never, ever think I'm losing time or wasting money, because for me, it's another space. I become more familiar. Different challenges, different doors, mirrors. You want to become, as perfect as possible. But I always take everything. And if it's new to me, I wouldn't charge. Unless I want to do it. Like, for example, I wanted to do this soccer place, and I offered it. Had he asked me to do it, obviously I would have charged him, but I didn't know what to expect from a big soccer field. And it turned out pretty good, but I couldn't charge the guy because it was something that I wanted in my portfolio. And I use that to show other people what I'm capable of doing. People don't need to know whether I charged or not, but they see a portfolio, and that helped.
Yeah, people don't know whether or not the customer that you created it for paid. They just probably assume that they did, and so they're like, oh, well, if so-and-so is paying for something like this, that's something that I should probably consider to do as well. It's like keeping up with the competition mentality. And so I think that that's really, really wise advice, to not be afraid. And even though you said, like, it's really common that if you even offer to do it for free, at the end, if they want it, the majority of the time they're going to be willing to pay for it anyway. And so I think that it's just a cool mentality.
Are you kidding me? When they see the little matter tags with a picture of their menu, a dish, or they see, oh, look, you remember you uploaded something into YouTube, there's your video. Oh, you can have people follow you from here. You can order from Yelp here. I put all those matter tags. They don't take me nothing, no time. And they actually, Matterport has improved a lot. The matter tags. They're not like yours. Yours are more professional and prettier, you know. But overall, they are decent. And once they see that, and I just tell them, listen, I'm gonna disconnect. They already like me because they see the effort that I put. Also, I never had a customer. On the contrary, they love it. They pay with pleasure, and they recommend me to other people. And so you build that really nice relationship. It's not about pushing a sell. Is they need to see the benefits, and they don't know they have a problem until you show them they have a problem. You know.
Totally, I agree with that, 100%. So. Well, Venessa, thank you so much for taking the time to hop on the podcast with us. I really appreciate it. I think there's a lot of interesting things that can be gleaned from this. Most of all, my personal takeaway is how it's a lot easier to close a sale after the work has been done and you get the finished product in their hand rather than trying to get them to commit to paying for something up front. And so I think that that's an interesting flip for a lot of people because selling virtual tours, from my personal experience, can be a little bit difficult because it is a newer thing that a lot of people don't know about. They don't know really what the benefits are of creating a virtual tour. And so after you actually go in and create the product and put it in front of them, I think it's way easier for potential clients to be able to visualize the value that can come from them, and they are way more willing and open to paying for something like that after they can see kind of what their own business or space would look like in the virtual tour. So I think that's profound. So hopefully our audience members can, especially those who are maybe newer and just trying to get into Matterport, hopefully they can test it out and see if that's something that works for them in their own respective areas. So
Yeah,
thanks
you
so
have
much
to
for sharing.
believe in the product. You have to believe in it. And if you know it's something really beneficial and it looks awesome and it's part of the metaverse, you know, and that's where we're going, you know, and eventually everybody's gonna have a 3D virtual tour, so they gotta jump on the wave now.
Yes, I agree. Venessa, how can people get in contact with you if they have questions about your business or, maybe some tactics and strategies that you've tried that have worked? What's the best way for people to get in contact with you?
They can contact me either on Instagram. I had other people, Matterport users, that always send out, maybe a question. I'm willing to help and teach, for people. I know how it started, and it's hard at the beginning and everything, but on the long run, it's a lot of fun, and it's a great gig, or it can turn into a great business, so whichever. But I can be reached out in Facebook. I can be reached out in my email, in Instagram too.
Yeah, if you want to reach out and follow Venessa on Instagram, her handle is iTourVista3D. Go ahead and check her out. She's got some awesome content there and pictures of her with her Matterport camera at some really cool locations. So go ahead and give her a follow and check it out.
Thank you, Christian.
Again, thanks so much, Venessa. It was great chatting with you, and we hope to be able to chat with you again soon, maybe on another episode, do a little follow-up.
Muchas gracias. Thank you very much.
De nada.